what's in it for women? We've already spent more money than you by just putting our makeup on. We're in danger. Like, what's in it for us? So then all of that, plus this man is a pharmacist. The pharmacist tried to give me a coffee date on a Friday. Saturday, a surgeon took me to a beautiful dinner with a view. The next day after that, this other man took me to this food event.
Yeah, okay. Some of these just take him out for coffee dates, and you just saw why. This nasty ass.
Run it,
This nasty ass went on like 3 to 4 back-to-back dates talking about spending money on me. Yo, she got every fucking dude who's in the area subsidizing her meal plan. That shit crazy.
All right, we're gonna jump into this ABBA and Preach video. It's a review on the Cheesecake Girl, which is a great meme for the week. Everybody's talking about it. So you're gonna get entertained, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, and also you're gonna get some straight up just life game. But from me by the end of this, if you're new to me, what's up? My name's Madison. I'm a social coach. I've been doing this for 7 years professionally, 15 years of experience, taught 20,000 people face-to-face, 720 events, and I do this for a living, and I've been really good at it, and I'm successful helping lots of people. So if you like what you hear and you want to hear more, guess what? You can work with me live one-on-one on my mentoring. There's a link down below in the description. Learn from me from 8 weeks straight, all right? If you're committed to results, I'm committed to getting you those results and changes in your life. Apply for a call with me, my team. I take on 5 people only at a time to work with, and you can be just so lucky to be one of those people. And I'd love to work with you. All right, let's crack into this.
So one of my rules is I don't do coffee or drink dates. I understand that some women like this or prefer this. It works for some people. If you like it, I love it. This video is not for you. Keep scrolling. However, for me, as for me and my household, we're going to have higher standards.
It was already started like a lot.
What?
She said higher standards.
Yeah.
So women who accept coffee dates or small drink dates. But I think doing something that's a little bit maybe lower commitment, it's both better for the men because they don't have to feel used because men are going to be paying. And it's better for the women too because if you're just at a coffee date, it's easier, right? If you go up on the date, it ain't great. You can leave at a short amount of time. The guy doesn't have anything he can hold over you, and it's a little bit more of a casual setting where you could feel it out, especially if you don't know each other. You're meeting from online dating. It's a good way to just start. So,
yeah, here's the thing. If you go to meet somebody and you've never met them before, and you go take an offer like a date or a glamping or paragliding, sure, it's fun, but the person expects something in return. Because they're like, here's this thing I've given you. I expect you to be courteous, friendly, maybe even flirt a little bit. I expect something. I expect you to spend a certain amount of time with me. So there's an expectation. Nothing for money comes free. But we get this idea that like it does in our society. But nope. It's a rude awakening. You're going to find out nothing is free.
yeah. I don't know. She's saying higher standards. Not going to lie. Everything about this girl off the top, based on body language and everything, give me difficult vibes. But I could be just being prejudiced. It look difficult. Me and my household, we have higher standards. That look difficult to me.
You know what I love about the standards thing too? It's like, yo, all right, cool. What are your standards you're gonna bring? And usually the answer is absolutely nothing. I'm gonna show up and be beautiful. All right, you want standards? Cool. What's the standard that you're gonna bring? What are you gonna execute? No, I'm just gonna stand there and just be on this wonderful, lavish dinner and judge you. Sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Be honest.
But where's the standard though? Is that what we're talking? Is that?
Maybe she doesn't talk like that all the time. Maybe it's just for videos. But if she talks, if I'm on a date with a girl, and she's like, listen, so today I was just moving through work.
You're not doing that? What? Go bad bitch. You're not doing that?
I'm talking to this guy, and I'm going to read it to you because we've been talking for a couple days, and he started talking about meeting up. So he said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet.
So, any grown-ass man saying, pear and lychee cocktails, girl, you and
Yo, you know those pear and lychee cocktails weren't for him. They was totally for her. To be honest, I don't even like drinking, to be honest. I just go on dates and I drink to be socialized. I drink for other people. I don't even drink for me. I prefer to just like get dessert or, get a alcohol-free cocktail because I can't be drinking all the time. Like,
He said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner. I like to get dressed up. Now, I always try to say it nicely because I don't want to be like, I don't accept drink dates. Like, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be... You can be nice about it, but I let's just say I prefer dinner because I like to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been like wanting to try, all sorts of different budgets, okay? It ranges from like medium to a little bit higher, all different locations around the city, so he can choose like what works for him, you know, timing and budget wise.
I mean, that part's not actually too bad. You know, I tried to go out with people before and they're like, oh, I don't do drinks. And they're like, okay, what's a recommendation? And they seen the most expensive rooftop bar in the city for food. And you're like, okay, that's a little extreme. You know, if it's really about the food, it's like, all right, would you be happy going to a place that has plastic knives and forks? Forget like standard steel, like plastic knives and forks. What if that's the budget? Because maybe the reality is I'm getting judged on a budget. That's what I'm getting judged on, how much I'm willing to spend. That's what it comes down to, not the actual eating food, okay? Because you could be happy getting some, I don't know what, man, some $10, $15 pasta and call it a day. But that's not really what this is about now, is it? This is about how much are you willing to put down as an offer for my time to show me how I'm worth. You know what I really think, bro? Like, to be honest with you, I think that people that are insecure need to go on dinner dates because they want you to show them that they are worth something, to validate to themselves that they are worth dinner. But really, that's not even what it's about. The date should be about spending time with the person because you like them. Now, does that mean they should be going out for coffee dates or walk in the park with everybody that asked them? No, they want somebody to put a little bit of effort in. But dinner is not the benchmark for effort. Why should I put dinner out for somebody that I don't even know? You show up, you don't look like your picture. You show up and you're not willing to invest. You're not friendly, you're not charming, you're not flirtatious in any way, you're not affectionate in any way. So now I've committed to this dinner that I have to eat because I want to eat too, and you're sitting there just enjoying it, not feeling. I mean, how motivated are you going to be if the investment on my end is up front and you have to put no investment in besides showing up? We are both showing up. We are both taking Uber. We are both making an effort. If I'm picking you up as well, then I'm making even more of an effort, okay? So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Little rant there. Please forgive me. I couldn't help myself.
So I sent the list of places. He says, these places sound really nice. I think it'll be fun to get to know each other over some nicer dining options. Here it comes though. But I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check. I usually will do drinks or something on the simpler end for the first meetup to see if there's a connection first. So my thing is, I don't like the coffee or drink date because they're trying to audition you to see if you are worth an actual dinner. This is the thing.
My girl, you don't like the simple drink because it's like if they're auditioning you to see if you're worth an actual meal. In the meantime, you're not taking those simple drinks because you want the big meal to audition them.
This girl is difficult. The guy came back with a very sensible response where he's like, I want to see if there's a connection before I make any more of a financial investment.
I know men. The number one thing men are judging you off of is your looks, right? When they see you, they meet you, they're gonna be like, okay, how beautiful is she? Is she put together? Do I find her attractive, right? That's the number one thing. Your personality may come second, sure, but the first thing is how you look, right? So with that in mind,
Here's the thing though, the guy doesn't know how you look until you actually show up. We have makeup, we have filters in these day and age, we have AI, we have all kinds of things. I don't know if you are who you are until you show up. So if looks are important to guys, yes, but we don't know until you show up. And furthermore, if somebody looks great, but they have a terrible personality, I don't want to invest sitting down with them for an hour and a half, right? I'd rather have a drink. You know what? We have a drink, boom, boom, 30 minutes, 45 minutes is great. We enjoy ourselves, we continue, move to some food, or we don't enjoy ourselves, let's call it an evening, let's remain socially acquaintances and then continue.
If she says, why want to go to dinner so I can look my best?
She's gonna say that.
Take all your shit
She's gonna say that.
and bitch, get the fuck
She's
out.
gonna say that. She's gonna say that. She's gonna say
Is that where this is going?
She's gonna say exactly. She's gonna say that. Hey,
All the
why would
charitability I gave to her, throw it in the trash.
right? So with that in mind, my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer costs $32, okay? Why would I put on a full face of expensive makeup, do my hair, make sure my nails are done, make sure there's no hair on my body, and then come and spend 2 hours of my time talking to you for an $8 coffee or a $16 cocktail? Be oh so for real. And let's take it even deeper. When women go out with a man that they do not know, they take a huge risk. Men are crazy, okay? Do you watch the news? Like one.
Why would you spend so much? Why would you want to spend so much time then? Then take a dip. What?
Bro, I thought
Then
this girl was
don't-
gonna go low. The bitch went to the flow.
To the window! To the wall!
To the fucking floor. She started bringing up how much she spends on herself. Like, that's a reason for why men should spend. She did that old school, like, men should pay because I do my nails, I do my... Okay, I'm going to say this to you guys, ladies, all right? I'm going to say this once, and don't ever bring this fucking dumb shit to me again. We ask you on the dates, so we're probably going to pay for the dates 95% of the time. I've accepted it. I don't bitch and moan about it. I don't complain. I ask a girl out, I pay for the date. It is what it is, okay? But if any girl comes like, yeah, you should pay, and I'm like, why? The bitch starts laying her makeup. You know how fast I'll just skip out of the check and bounce on this whore? Don't insult me. We have a social convention. It's a bit bullshit, but men pay. It's okay. Men have accepted it for the most part. Don't justify it and act high and mighty because your face cream costs $32.
I didn't ask you for the face cream.
We pay for haircuts, $45. Gym memberships, all the other stuff, cologne things, we pay for stuff too. Well, we're gonna start tabulating stuff? Because I know some dudes who spend more on their looks than some women.
What do you mean?
You gonna start paying?
We're not gonna.
No, you won't.
We're not gonna call my. We don't. Not,
Yeah, and on top of that, you got, how much is a Hinge membership for a month? I don't know, like $60, $70 US. How much is a Tinder membership if you got both? Same price. You probably spend, if you're getting the advance, $150 a month on online dating. Not to mention super likes or boosts, like, and then she's not paying for it. You know, most women don't pay for the advanced subscriptions on these apps. There's just an ongoing expense. You know, I calculated a while ago, I think my ongoing date expense was like $5 a month. And to put into just random various people, I'd rather put that into one person I'm seeing continuously, go to the sauna together, go to a movie together. Like, I'd rather do that. But this is the cost that men accept, the hidden cost that women do not know about.
we're not gonna count my whip. We're not gonna count my whip, and I'm gonna pick you up. We're not gonna count my whip.
What about the gas?
Because $32 plus
Hey,
$32
yo.
on your face. Well, my whip is more than that in gas. And the whip. And my clothes. And my cologne. And my let's not play this. All those things, my whip, the gas I put it in, the cologne I wear, whatever, that's all my decisions. The makeup and the cream that you put on your face is yours. Doesn't matter. Let's not put that in the equation.
It's so funny to me because women use their financial, like the monetary investment they've made in their looks to justify why men should pay for the date.
Yeah.
And then there's some men out there who justify why women should put out on the first date because of how much money they've invested in the first date, meaning how much they paid for the dinner, paid for all this other stuff. It's like, yo, I just spent like $200 on this dinner and picking you up, and you're not gonna throw me no pussy. And we're like, how dare you? But you ladies are gonna use financial justification for why men should spend money on you. Like,
Let's not do that.
Y'all don't want to make this shit sound transactional, but you come across as pigs or kind of fucking slutty. I'm gonna say the word because it is a bit whorish. When you mention money and how much you've invested in your looks, you come across as a whore.
Then that's fine if that's what you want to do.
But don't get mad when someone looks at you like that.
But that's a transaction right there. Like I actually do not give a shit.
I'll go even a step further, okay? We're talking all this about like, oh, whore this. Women who always do something, oh, when I look good, I do it for me. When I look good, when I go to the gym, I do it for me.
Yeah.
When I put on this face cream and I do my hair, I do it for
Then
me.
don't bring it up for a date.
But then
do it
once
for
you get on a date, all of a sudden it's for the man.
It's for you.
So what? If there was no guy there, you were going to the restaurant, you would have showed up like a bum?
No, it's for you.
When you go out to a bar with your ladies, do you look like a bum?
Nope.
Do the ladies have to pay?
You do it
When
for
you go out, you look good because you want to be in social settings looking good. Thank you. Y'all look great. We appreciate it. But don't make us have to pay and subsidize your fucking shit.
Come on.
I don't know. This one irks me. It's entitled, it's fucking bratty, and it's hypocritical. Just want to say that.
Men are crazy. Okay, do you watch the news? Like 1 in 5 men are violent. He could unalive you, he could RAPE you, he could stalk you, he could harass you if he feels like it. Like, it is very dangerous, extremely dangerous. When you go out with a man, you have to share your location with your mom and your friend. You have to send a screen recording of his Hinge profile and the conversation that you guys had so that if you go missing, they have context. You have to text your friend every half an hour while you're with him to let her know that you haven't been beheaded. You have to take an Uber so that he doesn't know what kind of car you have, just in case he's crazy. And then when you get home, you have to text somebody to tell them that you made it home alive. Men aren't doing that.
Yeah, this is the cheesecake lady. That's unfortunate that women have to deal with that. I feel bad about that. Probably screen guys a little better if you can. And also, asking for money up front for a date doesn't actually make you more safe. Because God can be crazy and he can give you money. It doesn't make any difference. Those two things don't correlate. One thing doesn't mean the other, and it doesn't keep you any more safe by the guy taking you on a date. He can be a crazy guy and take you for a walk in the park. Doesn't make a difference.
They don't have to worry when they meet a woman that they do not know that their lives will be in danger. Quite the contrary, men benefit from just being seen with you in public, okay? If you are beautiful, poised, well-dressed, it reflects well on him. People look at him and they think, oh wow, he must be the man. Ooh, he probably has money. You know what? He's probably a good guy if he can pull her. And this is especially so if you are more attractive than him. If he's fugly or he's overweight or he's short, they're like, oh yeah, he must have money in order to be able to pull a baddie like.
And I'd like to counter that point that women say men benefit from being around them because they're pretty. You may benefit from being around a guy whose culture, speaks multiple languages, experience, has wisdom, has pulled himself up in life from the bootstraps, can teach you some things, maybe give you some wisdom, some experience as well, challenge you, motivate you, guide you, be a presence, be a protector. All those things do come from a man that he has to give and present on the first date, or else he doesn't get a second date. So that's included for free. How about that?
So my thing is like, what's in it for women? We've already spent more money than you by just putting our makeup on. We're in danger. Like, what's in it for us? So then all of that, plus this man is a pharmacist.
You're auditioning, my girl. You're auditioning. That's what you're doing. You're auditioning the dude, but you don't want to do that. You don't want that to be done to you.
Forget the floor. This bitch is underground. She in a whole cave, subterranean.
So
She talking about it reflects well.
So a whole ass fossil.
Listen, you just basically made yourself out to be some kind of trophy. But I also say something else. Ladies benefit from having a man beside them too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go to social events with a man on your arm versus when you don't.
A man that look good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A man that's well put together. A man that got money. A man that's known. Stop.
Yeah, you don't think a lady want to be on a date being like, oh, my date, he's a pharmacist. Ain't you ladies bragging about who you go on dates with? Because you want to look, I'm going to act like her. You want to look good, so you want to date with a pharmacist. You want to be able to brag to your friends that a pharmacist took you out to dinner.
Hi, Stacy. Hi.
Oh, who's social?
Oh, this is my friend Marcus. What do you do? So what do you do, Marcus? And she's out like, tell him what you do.
That was difficult, ass.
Tell him what you do. The pharmacist. Ooh. And then she looks at her friend. A pharmacist. Stop. And I'm not even, it just goes, I'm not saying one is better than the other. It goes both ways. Listen, you guys have to realize at some point that men and women are very different, but very close to, like, it's just that we are the same for different things in different situations. But if y'all do one thing, you best believe that the other side does it too. Stop. And if you want to set yourself out to be like a trophy, you should do exactly like a trophy. Look good and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you got too many opinions for a shiny object.
Exactly. And that's what, coming from you, that's what you set yourself out to be.
Okay, you mean to tell me you make upwards of $150,000 per year, but you can't take me to $120 to maybe $200 dinner? 2 drinks, an appetizer, 2 entrees, and a dessert? Like, and that kind of thing.
So that's an audition.
Are supposed to be.
You know what? This girl's incredibly attractive, but she just sounds so goddamn difficult. You know, it's just. And here's the thing about attractive women. It's like their attractiveness will never, ever outweigh how difficult they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's no.
2 entrees and a dessert. Like, and that kind of thing. Look, men are supposed to be on their, like, behavior when they're doing a first interaction with a woman. Like, that is when they are at their absolute best. So if he's being cheap now for a first interaction, he's going to be cheap on your birthday.
He's not being cheap. He's being prudent. He's being sensible. He's being responsible. Those are very different things. It's not being cheap because you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on somebody you don't know well. It's being responsible. It's taking into consideration you don't want to put too much expectation on the woman because you don't want her to feel like she owes you anything or it's a big deal. It's a very open and leisure environment you guys are going to go to. And it also is responsible for you because you're not making too much of an investment and you're just being open to the person.
Now, for a first interaction, he's going to be cheap on your birthday. He's going to be cheap on Christmas. Like, that kind of thing, that only gets worse. It never gets better. That is the type of man that's going to want you to work full time, pay half the rent when you guys move in together, do the majority of the housework because he doesn't want to hire a housekeeper, raise the kids, plan most of the things, and then after you do your 16-hour shift of labor, he's going to want you to be happy and sexy for him for his pleasure that night. Like,
ladies, the same way that you don't want to have a sexual expectation on a first date is the same way a man might not want to have a physical or financial expectation on a first date. Now, it's possible if it happens and things just happen to go that way and the mood is right, the moment's right, and the expectations and the values are good and aligned, sure. You don't want the expectation, right? So you have to find a middle ground where people can just get to know each other the first time over something that's fun and short term that evening, and then, hey, if it goes out well, continue to talk more, hang out more, etc.
That's the kind of life you're looking at. So you know what? Good for this man for asserting his boundary. He did it very nicely, and it showed me what his attitude or approach is when it comes to dating new women, and ultimately it gave me the opportunities to choose. And I have my boundaries too, so I chose to not accept it. And so I didn't respond or anything. I didn't bargain with him or try to justify anything. I just quietly unmatched him because I wasn't gonna let him play in my face. But obviously if you're on TikTok, this is not irregular discourse. This is very popular. The Red Pill podcast men are always talking about all of these things. So it's not uncommon. Men are trying to get away with this these days. They're trying to see what they can do. They're trying to get at you for less than $20. Okay, so the pharmacist tried to give me a coffee date on a Friday. Saturday, a surgeon took me to a beautiful dinner with a view. The next day after that, this other man took me to this food event.
Yo, you literally just explained it yourself. I'm gonna invest into you if you're taking me seriously. If you're just hopping around playing the field, then why am I gonna invest time, energy, money, finances, wisdom, experience, motivation, protection into somebody who's just gonna go on to the next one tomorrow? It's exactly the same. You'd feel the same way if you hooked up with a guy and the next day he just went to a next girl, right? That'd be your most valuable, precious asset. And for a guy doing this on the first date, it's his most valuable and precious asset as well.
Yeah, okay. Some of these whores just take him out for coffee dates, and you just saw why. This nasty ass.
Run it, yo. Run it.
Nasty ass went on 3 to 4 back-to-back dates talking about spending money on me. Yo, she got every fucking dude who's in the area subsidizing her meal plan. That shit crazy.
And then
spending hundreds of dollars on her every weekend. The entitlement of these women. Hey!
Then she link up with none of them? No.
Yeah, she's just cycling through these. Hey, I'm hungry. Hey, I'm hungry, stupid. Coffee? Your coffee don't fill this belly up, cheap ass. I need you guys to start lining up so you can feed me.
Coffee bubble my gut anyways.
Hey, yo, this shit crazy.
Nah, run it.
Yeah, and after guys deal with that, it kind of just perpetuates the cycle, and they don't want to deal with that anymore after a few months of spending thousands of dollars on dates. So what the heck is going on? Let me not do that anymore. Anyways, if you want to learn how to have dates properly, when I say properly, I mean not with large amounts of financial investment. How much you spend on a date? I mean, very easily you could spend $100 on a date, right? And you would spend a lot of that maybe after 10 dates, after a few months, and you have nothing to show for it. If you want to use your finances to actually invest into yourself and then have something to show for investing into yourself, then that would be a smarter way, because at least it would pay you back. Set up your life, set up your situations, get yourself a good location, get yourself a nice automobile, do things that you like that are passionate, that involve people around you, educate yourself. And once you do that, then you can invite people into that world. That's a lot better than paying for a date. So that way. And also, if you want to learn how I do this specifically, then I can recommend you take a look at my mentoring. If you found out my information useful for you here, it was helped you out, that's fair enough. You want to go deeper, I take on 5 people every so often to work with in mentoring, and I teach them personally for 8 weeks. If you want to apply to be part of that select group, get behind the velvet rope and learn from me personally, then you can click the link down in the description, apply for Conversation Mentoring 2.0. It's a new version of it coming out, and you won't regret it. By the way, if you want to see more social reactions like this and commentary on things, and also get some information and some life game, click button in the corner here. I'll put 2 playlists. Deep down the rabbit hole you go. Enjoy.